I stood at the bottom of the well for so long. The dark became familiar, the echoes of my own despair. My only company, I let the weight of your words, the burden of my own broken promises, chain my ankles to the stone. But today something shifted. It wasn't a sudden miracle, it was a quiet, furious spark, a realization that the energy I spent on regret could be rerouted to construction. I'm tired of being the tragic heroine, the one defined by what she lost. The story needs a pivot and the writer is finally ready to pick up the pen. I'm done apologizing for my flaws. They are the texture of my resilience. This is the moment I choose to be the fighter, not the victim.
The audacity of hope, screaming through the static, tearing down the walls I built for comfort.
This fire in my chest is not the fever of destruction, it's the burning proof of my rebirth. I'm not waiting for your validation or the world's permission. I'm taking my wounds, turning them into war paint, and I'm walking out of this shadow. Hear me now, I deserve the light, I deserve the truth, I deserve the whole damn future. The past is closed, the lesson is learned. I am the breakthrough. Every heavy sigh, every tear I cried into that pillow, it wasn't wasted, it was water feeding the root of this massive, uncompromising strength. I'm not asking for forgiveness from you, I'm granting it to myself. I forgive the girl who was too scared to shine, the one who dimmed the light so others wouldn't feel threatened. That version of me is retired, the woman standing here with her voice shaking from the effort of the climb. She is unapologetic, she is fierce, she is the living proof that rock bottom is nothing more than a solid foundation for the next incredible skyscraper. The fear is still here, yes, but now it's standing behind me, not in front. The air is thinning up here, the view is terrifyingly beautiful. I feel the gravity pulling me back, the easy temptation of the downward spiral, but I'm fighting it with every fiber. I'm using the memory of the pain as a springboard, not a sinkhole. This is more than confidence, this is soul deep certainty. I will rise, truth will reign. I will rise.
The audacity of hope, screaming through the static, tearing down the walls I built for comfort. This fire in my chest is not the fever of destruction, it's the burning proof of my rebirth. I'm not waiting for your validation or the world's commission. I'm taking my wounds, turning them into war paint, and I'm walking out of this shadow. Hear me now, I deserve the light, I deserve the truth, I deserve the whole damn future. The past is closed, the lesson is learned. I am the breakthrough.
Oh, the future is mine. I am the breakthrough. It's amazing how much of your presence I internalized. The way I fold the towels, the coffee brand I buy, the side of the bed I instinctively avoid. The sticky things, especially the ones disguised as love. The hardest part of this rebuilding isn't learning new things, it's the art of unlearning all the fuss. I find myself reaching for your hand in the dark, only to grasp cold air and the reality of my own solitude. I'm peeling back the layers of codependency, trying to find the essential self buried beneath a decade of compromise. It's a slow, meticulous archaeology project. Every unearthed habit is a small victory, but every memory unearthed is a silent sting. The art of unlearning is a quiet, brutal reconstruction of of the soul. I'm dismantling the fortress we built, now with dynamite, but with a delicate, determined scalpel, cutting away the things that tethered me to your orbit. The muscle memory of our chaos fights, the logic of my peace. I'm erasing the coded language we used, replacing it with plain honest speech, starting with the 3 hardest words. I love myself, it's a daily practice, a slow, tender rebellion against the person I was trained to be. I walked into a room of strangers today, and for the first time I introduced myself without mentioning your ghost. Just my name, standing alone, solid and sufficient. It was a small seismic shift, I'm reprogramming my mind, rewriting the script that said I needed a counterpart to be complete. The silence on the drive home used to scream lonely, now it whispers potential. I'm using the quiet to hear the music I'm supposed to be creating, the passion I let wither under the shadow of our relationship. The sun is setting on the old definition of happiness, and I'm ready to embrace the twilight of my own making. It takes courage to dismantle comfort, to choose a painful clarity over the blissful numbness. I'm facing the mirror, asking the woman I see, who are you without the shared history, without the residual memory? And the answer is finally forming, soft but solid, like a new mountain rising from the sea. I am the sum of my lessons and the master of my own undoing. The art of unlearning is a quiet, brutal reconstruction of the soul. I'm dismantling the fortress we built, not with dynamite, but with a delicate, determined scalpel, cutting away the things that tether me to your orbit. The muscle memory of our chaos fights, the logic of my peace. I'm erasing the coded language we use, replacing it with plain honest speech, starting with the 3 hardest words. I love myself, it's a daily practice, a slow, tender rebellion against the person I was trained to be. Until only my own voice remains.
A real man takes inventory of his losses, not to mourn them, but to know the exact cost of his mistakes. A real man takes inventory of his losses, not to mourn them, but to know the exact cost of his mistakes. I've got my ledger open, laid out on the mahogany. The column for debits is a mile long. I'm taking inventory of the loss, not just the relationship, but the pieces of myself I spent recklessly, the time, the potential, the quiet faith I used to carry. I'm itemizing the cost of every broken promise, every moment of avoidance. It's a brutal exercise, but necessary. No more sweeping it under the rug. I need to know the exact weight of my mistakes to understand the required payment. I'm accepting the damage, not as a victim, but as a principal shareholder in this company of laws. This isn't self-pity, it's stoic acceptance, the common mission of fall. The inventory of loss shows a deficit of self-respect and a surplus of regret, but the ledger also shows one invaluable asset. Lesson learned, the price was exorbitant, but the education is priceless. I'm closing the books on the old chapter, accepting the balance sheet and filing for a new beginning. I'm not running from the numbers, I'm staring them down, understanding that every mistake is just a piece of data, crucial information for the next smarter move. The loss is finite, but the growth is infinite. The room is quiet enough to hear the scratch of my pen, documenting the final tally. I lost the illusion of control, the false narrative of perfection, and the fear of being truly alone. Funny enough, those are the items I needed to lose the most. They were weights around my neck, disguised as anchors. I'm learning to define value not by what I accumulate, but by what I'm willing to release. The woman across town is unlearning her old habits, and I am documenting the full scale of the mistake that made her need to. My acceptance is the quietest form of respect I can offer her. Now I'm giving her the space to thrive by taking full ownership of my history. The baseline is the slow, steady rhythm of accountability, the one beat I can always trust. I'm sealing the ledger, Signing the bottom line with my full unedited name. This debt is settled now with payment to the outside world, but with an internal change of trajectory. I'm turning the page, not forgetting the numbers, but using them as the non-negotiable budget for my future. The cost was high, but the man I'm building now will be worth the investment. The inventory of loss shows a deficit of self-respect and a surplus of regret, but the ledger also shows one invaluable asset. Lesson learned, the price was exorbitant, but the education is priceless. I'm closing the books on the old chapter, accepting the balance sheet and filing for a new beginning. I'm not running from the numbers, I'm staring them down, understanding that every mistake is just a piece of data, crucial information for the next smarter move. The loss is finite, but the growth is infinite.
음악 슬라이딩 기타와 강한 웃음박자 The rhythm이 특징인 blues 섞인 R&B 소ul 보컬은 자기 비판적이며 쓸쓸한 분위기 속에서 리듬을 타는 것이 포인트입니다. Guide the narration.
I always knew the answers. Funny how I failed the test. I wrote myself. I always knew the answers. Funny how I failed the test. I wrote myself. I'm sitting here playing back the tape, and the voice lecturing me sounds familiar. It's my own, deep and husky, dispensing wisdom I never bothered to swallow. I was the master of telling others to stay true, to keep the faith, to never compromise the core. Yeah, here I am standing on the debris of every lesson I preach. The irony is a heavy coat and it fits perfectly. I look at my hands, are strong enough to build an empire, but I use them to tear the one thing that mattered, my own peace. I knew the signs of red flags waving, the quiet voice screaming no, but I push forward anyway, motivated by some stubborn blind belief in external success. Success is a cold bed when you're sleeping it alone. The ghost of my own advice is sitting right across from me, sipping on the regret I poured. He tells me I should have listened when I had the time, when the damage was reversible. He's the most honest critic I've ever faced, and his silence is deafening. I cannot run the man in the mirror because he's got the keys to every single secret vault. He keeps pointing out the moment I chose the easy lie over the difficult, life-changing truth. Man, I knew better. God, I knew better. The street lights outside are turning the rain into liquid mercury, slick and untouchable. I remember the day I met you, the pure energy, the promise of a clean slate. I brought my baggage heavy and oversized and tried to pass it off as carry-on. You were too good, too clear, too much of the future I didn't think I deserved. So I sabotaged the journey, deployed the defense mechanisms, and made sure the good thing crashed before it reached orbit. It wasn't about you, it was the fear of being truly whole and having something real to lose. So I blamed the altitude, I blamed the wind, I blamed everything but the pilot who deliberately turned off the engine. Slow, heavy rhythm is the sound of my soul, walking up a flight of stairs one painful step at a time to face the inevitable. When it's about calibration, I have to acknowledge the architect of the downfall. Me, no more excuses, no more projecting the fault onto the shadows. It's a clean slate, written in invisible ink, waiting for the painful sunlight of truth to bring the words out. I'm finally ready to admit that the villain in my story wears my face. The ghost of my own advice is sitting right across from me, sipping on the regret I poured. He tells me I should have listened when I had the time, when the damage was reversible. He's the most honest critic I've ever faced, and his silence deafening. I cannot run the man in the mirror because he's got the keys to every single secret vault. He keeps pointing out the moment I chose the easy lie over the difficult, life-changing truth. Man, I knew better. God, I knew better. Yeah, yeah.
better, should've known better. 웅장한 심말에서 bol들던 스타일은 오케스트라와 피아노의 절정, yes. 모든 것을 놓아주는 마지막 카타르시스, 이를 극적으로 표현합니다. I thought letting go was one moment I was wrong. It's a final power rock exhale of the soul. I thought letting go was one moment I was wrong. It's a final power rock exhale of the soul. I went through the stages, the shock, the denial, the brutal reckoning, the quiet acceptance. I built the structure, I established the stillness, but there was one last heavy piece of shrapnel embedded in my soul. The phantom limb of what we used to be, I carried it, thinking it was a memorial, but it was just a final chain. Today, under the weight of my own honest peace, I feel it shift, ready to be excised. This isn't the exchange of truth, this is the final internal release. The final stage of letting go is realizing you don't need to try anymore. The trying itself was the last act of holding on. This is the final stage of letting go, the massive final exhale of the soul that was holding its breath for years. I released the last shred of blame, the last hope of reversal, the last memory of the wound. I'm giving it all back to the universe. I'm burdened, unfiltered, and utterly free. I am pure release. I am not defined by the battle. I am defined by this magnificent final surrender. The war is over, not because I won, but because I finally walked away from the field entirely. I remember the fear of this emptiness, the terror of the void, but the void is now filled with the sound of my own voice, strong and true, guided by my own foundation. I see the woman curating the joy, and I realize that my greatest triumph is simply standing here, complete in my solitude. The final act of respect for her freedom is the complete and total acceptance of my own. I'm not carrying the inventory of loss anymore, I'm carrying the blueprint of my future. The last shadow is past, the last lie is burned, the last chain is broken. The music swells, the strings rise, demanding the final powerful offering. I give it everything, the last ghost, the final lingering question, the phantom pain. I give it up, fully, freely, with no strings attached. I am emptied, and in the emptiness I find a powerful, roaring kind of peace. This is the final stage of letting go, the massive final exhale of the soul that was holding its breath for years. I released the last shred of blame, the last hope of reversal, the last memory of the wound. I'm giving it all back to the universe, unburdened, unfiltered, and utterly free. I am pure release. I am not defined by the battle. I am defined by this magnificent final surrender. The war is over, not because I won, but because I finally walked away from the field entirely. To mistake noise for progress. Now I know that stillness is the most potent form of discipline. Yeah. I used to mistake noise for progress. Now I know that stillness is the most potent form of discipline. Yeah. My desk is clear, the
phone is silent. The constant digital hum finally turned off. I used to thrive on the chaos, convinced the constant movement equal growth. It was all a distraction, a well-engineered way to avoid sitting with the heavy truth of my mistakes. But now I embrace the stillness. It's a discipline, a daily choice to mute the world and listen to the faint, honest signal coming from within. I'm not running from the silence, I'm inviting it in, allowing it to expose every unfinished thought, every unacknowledged flaw. This is the hard, necessary work of recalibration. No more chasing external approval. The only validation I need is the quiet satisfaction of a mind finally focused. The discipline of stillness is my new religion, a daily meditation on the man I committed to becoming. I'm building a fortress, not to keep others out, but to keep the noise and temptation out. The quiet is a magnifying glass, making the small, crucial details visible. I'm learning the beauty of the mid-tempo exam into an infallible set of rules, creating a structure that protects my peace. I'm done with the dramatic highs and lows. I seek the flat, reliable line of sustained integrity. I'm applying the same focus to my inner life as I did to my career. Meticulous, ruthless, and absolutely dedicated. I'm observing my impulses, the old knee-jerk reactions, the urge to relapse into the familiar comfort of self-sabotage. I watch them, acknowledge them, and let them pass without attachment. This is my true power, the ability to choose response over reaction. The necessary distance has created a buffer zone between the external world and my internal state. I am the gatekeeper of my own sanity, and the gate is closed to unnecessary drama. I'm appreciating the fact that my worth is not determined by my output, but by the integrity of my process. The woman found her map, I am finding the compass. Our paths diverge, but our goals align. Self-mastery, the temptation to reach out and confirm her happiness is still there, but I honor our final exchange of truth. By staying in my own lane, respecting her focus, my greatest tribute to our shared past is the responsible way I handle my own prison. The discipline of stillness is my new religion, a daily meditation on a man I committed to becoming. I'm building a fortress, not to keep others out, but to keep noise and temptation out. The quiet is a magnifying glass, making the small, crucial details visible. I'm learning the beauty of the mid-tempo existence. The discipline of stillness is my new religion, a daily meditation on a man I committed. The discipline of stillness is my new religion, a daily meditation on a man I committed to. Just the focus, just the discipline, and the quiet, yeah.
깊은 공간감을 가진 미니멀리스트 R&B, 묵직한 베이스라인과 느린 템포 에코가 걸린 보컬이 결정하지 못한 채 남아있는 마음의 울림을 표현합니다. 가이드 나레이션.
I walked away, but my mind never left the corner where you stood. The echo is louder than the step I took. I will do every other undecided heart is louder than any final word I could ever utter. I see the for sale sign on the house of us, but every room is still furnished with your memory. The scent of your coffee, the indent on your side of the couch, the way the morning light hit your hair. I'm moving, functioning, performing the role of the man who chose freedom, but the audience knows it's a lie. The freedom feels cold, a wide open space with nothing to hold on to but regret. The question wasn't that should I leave, it was can I survive without the fight.
Echoes of the undecided heart keep playing on a loop, a ghost frequency that haunts my empty room. I try to change the channel, drown it out with work, with motion, but the truth is a low hum beneath everything I never fully chose. I just paused the conflict. Now the silence is screaming the questions I refuse to ask. When we were together, was the price of peace worth the cost of the familiar chaos? The The heart never signed the final papers. It's still waiting for a verdict from a judge that doesn't exist. Every woman I meet is just a temporary filter, blurring the image of the one I left behind. They are distractions, beautiful and fleeting, but they can fill the foundational void you left. They don't know the secret language we spoke, the specific way to push my buttons until I break, or the precise tone that brings me back from the edge. That toxic familiarity is the only connection my soul remembers. I keep searching for a mirror that shows me the confident man I pretended to be, but all I see is a prisoner of his own indecision, chained by the echo of a door he never fully closed.
I drove by a street late last night, a silent, selfish pilgrimage. The lights were off, the windows dark. It wasn't the desire to see you that drew me, but the desperate need to confirm that you were still there. A safety net in the distance. The irony is I need you to be okay so I can be free, but my freedom requires me to forget you completely. It's a paradox of longing and necessity, a cruel knot I can't untangle.
Echoes of the undecided heart keep playing on a loop, a ghost frequency that haunts my empty room. I try to change the channel, drown it out with work, with motion, but the truth is a low hum beneath everything I never fully chose. I just paused the conflict. Now the silence is screaming the questions I refused to ask. When we were together, was the price of peace worth the cost of the familiar chaos? The heart never signed the final papers. It's still waiting for a verdict from a judge that doesn't exist.
The echo is stayed even when the sound is gone.
음악 스타일 어쿠스틱 기타 부드러운 퍼커션, 이주도하는 나 folk R&B 스타일. 복잡한 기교 대신 단순함과 진정성을 강조하며 해봐. 새로운 삶의 기반을 다지는 내용을 표현합니다. 해가이드 나레이션. The biggest structure I ever built was my own quiet life, and it started with the smallest, most honest brick. The biggest structure I ever built was my own quiet life, and it started with the smallest, most honest brick. I spent years trying to build a mansion out of ego and borrow success, only to watch it crumble. Now I'm focused on the art of simple construction, one solid brick at a time. The first brick was accountability, the second was stillness. This new life isn't grand, but is unshakable. I'm finding deep satisfaction in routine. The morning coffee, the focused work, the quiet, uneventful evenings. The peace I craved wasn't hidden in some grand prize. It was in the intentional simplicity of my daily choices. I'm finally living on my own terms with a code of ethics that aligns perfectly with the man in the mirror. No more shortcuts, no more compromises. The art of simple construction is building a life so honest it needs no defense. I'm trading the complicated chaos for foundational peace, the kind that whispers instead of showers. I don't need the high-rise view, I need the solid ground beneath my feet. This isn't settling, it's smart architecture. Every piece of this new structure, my relationships, my work, my inner world is chosen for its integrity, not its flash. I am the form and the architect and the chief resident of this quiet, self-sufficient empire. I see the woman with a self-made sunrise, charting her own map, and I smile. She built her own light, and I am busy building my own foundation. A neutral territory allows for this parallel growth. My work now is about stripping away the ornamentation, exposing the raw functional truth. I'm choosing quality over quantity, one genuine friend, one honest piece of work, one quiet moment of gratitude a day. The energy I saved from not fighting the old battles is now being poured into the mortar of my future. The strength isn't in the size of the building, it's in the depth of the roots. The acoustic guitar's gentle strum is the rhythm of my new truth. Simple, steady and reliable. I've learned that the most difficult thing to build is often the simplest. A good, quiet life. I'm giving myself permission to breathe, to be imperfect, and to find joy in the mundane. This is the reward of the reckoning. Yeah, a life that no longer requires an escape plan. Yeah. The art of simple construction is building a life so honest it needs no defense. I'm trading the complicated chaos for foundational peace, the kind that whispers instead of shouts. I don't need the high-rise view, I need the solid ground beneath my feet. This isn't settling, it's smart architecture. Every piece of this new structure, my relationships, my work, my inner world is chosen for its integrity, not its flash. I am the foreman, the architect, and the chief resident of this quiet, self-sufficient empire. Just a sound of the hammer, steady quiet work. Yeah, just the sound of the hammer, steady quiet work.
Yesterday's promise is crushing my chest. I cover it, I stand in blood and then betrayed with a whisper. I see the man I could have been, standing tall, judging the fraud I became. This is the reckoning, the painful raw truth I can't outrun.
I remember standing at the crossroads, sun in my eyes, all the potential in the world hanging on my shoulders like a perfectly tailored suit. I made a promise to the kid in the mirror.
I will not become them.
I will not compromise the code, I will not trade my soul for comfort. Now years later, the suit is threadbare and the kid in the mirror is crying, pointing at the wreckage. I broke the most sacred oath, the one I swore to myself. I let the pressure of the moment, the lure of the easy path, convince me that integrity was negotiable, and the cost, it wasn't money, it was a quiet theft of my own peace, the silent erosion of my self-respect. This is more than regret, this is spiritual bankruptcy.
The weight of yesterday's promise is crushing my chest. A covenant I signed in blood and then betrayed with a whisper. I see the man I could have been, standing tall, judging the fraud I became. This is the reckoning, the painful raw truth I can't outrun. Standing naked before my own history, admitting I chose the lie. I chose the easy way out, and now I pay the final price. I promise my shame, the universe doesn't forget, and neither does the kid I left behind.
The voices of the past are loud in this echo chamber. My father's caution, the mentor's belief, the woman's final disappointed sigh. They all warn me about the slippery slope, the thousand tiny compromises that lead to total collapse. I scoffed, I thought I was stronger, smarter, immune to the simple human failure of weakness, but I was wrong. I prioritized a temporary fix of fleeting applause over the sustained difficult effort of being truly good. The luxury I bought feels cheap now. The silence I earned is heavy. Every material possession is just a monument to a broken dream, a shiny tombstone for the man who should have been.
The only way out is through. I have to tear down this fortress of false pride, stone by painful stone. I have to scream this truth until my throat gives out, until the shame burns clean. I am accountable. I am the one who failed. No more hiding behind semantics. This isn't therapy. This is a declaration of war against the complacency that ruined me. I will rebuild the man I promised myself I would be. The weight of yesterday's promise is crushing my chest. A covenant I signed in blood and then betrayed with a whisper. Standing tall, judging the fraud I became. This is the reckoning, the painful raw truth I cannot run.
radical memory. Though we went play the mesh, shredding the receipts I regret. But then I found this box labeled with your name and a date, a Tuesday morning 5 years ago. Inside, just the scent of your favorite cologne and the sound of your laugh preserved in perfect condition.
It's the residual memory, isn't it? Not the toxicity, not the final implosion, but the quiet everyday joy we built. That simple, easy feeling before the complications set in. I'm healed now, self-sufficient, but that memory lingers. A soft perfume on a discarded shirt. I can't appreciate the beauty of the past without desiring its return.
Residual memory, it hits me when the city sleeps and the light is low. It's not the pain that calls me back, it's the beautiful lie we both believed in. The golden days before the silver tarnish. We were two masters of a temporary kind of magic. Brilliant, but unsustainable. And though the magic is gone, the blueprint of that warmth is still etched on our souls. We can't acknowledge the good without ignoring the destructive ending. It was real, it was necessary, and now it's just a beautiful ghost in the house of healing.
I saw an old car today, the same model as the one we used to drive to nowhere, windows down, singing off key to a radio station that played nothing but possibility. A quick, sharp pang, not of desire but of recognition. It's the way the brain holds onto the sweet notes, filtering out the screech of the crash. I'm learning that separation doesn't erase the history, it just gives us a safe distance to study it. I can finally see your strength, your breakthrough, and I can appreciate it now without feeling the need to control it. The residual memory of your fire is what keeps me warm on these cold, self-reflecting nights. It's a quiet tribute to what could have been, but more importantly, I thank you for what was.
It's a strange kind of liberation, holding on to the good parts without needing to recreate the whole picture. The whole picture, we are the historians of our own beautiful failure, and the memory deserves respect, not just resentment. We closed the book with a quiet breath. The end wasn't perfect, but the story had beautiful chapters. Residual memory, it hits me when the city sleeps and the light is low. It's not the pain that calls me back, it's the beautiful lie we both believed in. The golden days before the silver tarnished. We were two masters of a temporary kind of magic. Brilliant, but unsustainable. And though the magic is gone, the blueprint of that warmth is still etched on our souls. We can't acknowledge the good without ignoring the destructive ending. It was real, it was necessary, and now it's just a beautiful ghost in the house of healing. Just a beautiful ghost.
My own definition of enough, if I'm good there. Yeah. You missed out, thinking worth is measured by the depth of your devotion, or the scale of my achievements. Always chasing the next promotion, the deeper love, the bigger validation. I was running a race with no finish line, constantly looking over my shoulder to see who was gaining ground. But lately I've stopped, I've dropped the baggage of expectation, and I'm just enjoying the silence of my own kitchen, the taste of my own coffee. The simple, non-dramatic truth is I am enough, this moment is enough. My small, contained, carefully curated world is enough. I'm not waiting for a grand entrance, I'm enjoying the slow, satisfying fade out of the need to be everything to everyone. My own definition of enough is finally clear, written in the quiet satisfaction of a life well chosen. It's not about the abundance, it's about the sufficiency. I'm fully booked with me, myself, and the steady honest work of building peace from the inside out. I don't need your completion, I came pre-assembled. I'm embracing the beauty of the mid-tempo life. Not too fast, not too slow, just the perfect confident rhythm of a woman who finally knows her own value. Ooh, this contentment is the finest accessory I've ever owned.
The old voice of insecurity still whispers occasionally, trying to lure me back into the drama, reminding me of the past chaos. But I've changed the channel, I'm tuning into the frequency of gratitude, the steady hum of self-reliance. I look back at the woman screaming for breakthrough, and I smile. She got it, she earned this quiet confidence. She taught me that sometimes the most revolutionary act is simply to be still and declare I have right. I'm no longer searching for validation in the eyes of others. The reflection I see now is strong, composed, and undeniably content. I am the source of my own light, and that light is steady, not a flicker. This is not passive, this is empowered stability. I built a sanctuary of self-knowledge, a place where outside chaos cannot penetrate. I'm learning to say no without guilt, yes without fear, and thank you with genuine conviction. The complicated calculation of forgiveness is over. The answer was always simple: forgive myself and the rest follows. I am the architect, the resident, and the ultimate judge of my own life. My own definition of enough is finally clear, written in the quiet satisfaction of a life well chosen. It's not about the abundance, it's about the sufficiency. I'm fully booked with me, myself, and the steady honest work of building peace from the inside out. I don't need your completion, I came pre-assembled. I'm embracing the beauty of the mid-tempo life. Not too fast, not too slow, just the perfect confident rhythm of a woman who finally knows her own value. This contentment is the finest accessory I've ever owned. Just this feeling, this quiet, beautiful enough. Hey. Just this feeling, this quiet, beautiful enough.
My new map doesn't need landmarks. The next star, I'm extart. I'm navigating by the only star. I'm just my own instinct. The old map was torn up. I'm navigating by the only star. I can trust my own instinct. On that deep, quiet hum that says yes or no. No more relying on external signs or residual memories. This is the power of self-trust, the most valuable currency I've ever earned. Every choice I make now is a pure, unadulterated reflection of my deepest desire. Not a compromise for someone else's comfort. I'm built on a foundation of enough, and I'm moving forward with a beautiful, unshakable pace. I'm recognizing the old traps, the familiar pull to our comfort zones that once felt safe, but were actually suffocating. The unlearning worked. The lesson stuck. I can spot the shadow of my former fear and wave goodbye to it without malice. I'm trying new things, failing fast and laughing at the absurdity of my past cautiousness. My voice has found a new register, a confident, clear tone that demands respect without having to raise its volume. The silence I'm living in is loud with productivity and purpose. I'm no longer waiting for life to happen to me. I am actively writing the chapters, pen in hand, looking forward, not back. The joy of being unpredictable, even to myself. I am a constant source of wonder now, surprising myself with my own resilience, my own capacity for lightness. I don't need the complicated geometry of forgiveness anymore. The simple fact is the freedom I chose is the greatest reward. I owe myself this adventure. My new map doesn't need landmarks. No more map doesn't need
I used to treat my happiness like a public event, something that needed external funding, attendance, and applause. If you weren't there to validate it, it didn't count. That was the old program and the habit I worked hard to unlearn. Now my life is a museum, and I'm the sole curator of my own joy. Every item, the quiet evening reading, the perfect cup of tea, the spontaneous phone call with a true friend is chosen with intention. No more accidental happiness, this is manufactured, self-sustainable joy. I am the only critic whose opinion matters, and my current review is 4 stars and climbing. I am the curator of my own joy, choosing the exhibit, setting the light, determining the narrative. I'm defining enough by the quality of my inner life, not the quantity of my external possessions. The simplicity of my new construction is beautiful, and I am the one who finds beauty in the mundane. I don't need a partner to fill the space. The space is already filled with purpose, focus, and the serene, unstoppable rhythm of self-love. I'm trading the drama for the deep, profound satisfaction of being authentically happy, all on my own terms. I look back at the neutral territory, the shared view, and I realized that the greatest gift of separation was a complete ownership of my present moment. No more shared anxiety, no more divided loyalty, just pure, clean energy to invest in the woman I am becoming. The vulnerability I once feared is now my greatest strength, allowing me to connect deeply and honestly with new people. Unburdened by past regrets, I'm no longer seeking, I am attracting. I'm attracting what aligns with the radiant, confident frequencies. I now admit this is the magic of sovereignty. The slow, deliberate beat of the music is the sound of a woman moving with intention. Now haste, I'm savoring the process, the construction, the curation. Every laugh is genuine, every tear is earned, every quiet moment is cherished. I'm building a gallery of beautiful small moments, and I'm inviting myself to attend every single day. I am the curator of my own joy, choosing the exhibit, setting the light, determining the narrative. I'm defined enough by the quality of my inner life, not the quantity of my external possessions. The simplicity of my new construction is beautiful, and I am the one who finds beauty in the mundane. I don't need a partner to fill the space. The space is already filled with purpose, focus, and the serene, unstoppable rhythm of self-love. I'm trading the drama for the deep, profound satisfaction of being authentically happy, all on my own terms. Almost there, no more shouting, go as you didn't know in my size. No more slam doors, but the noise you left behind is dumbing. The ringing in my ears from the contention and say, you're not need that. I can hear my own voice over the noise you left behind. My silence is screaming louder than any argument we ever had. Hear my own voice over the noise you left behind. My silence is screaming louder than any argument we ever had. I'm starting to turn and squat, no section on the floor. Against nurse and nurse, not just tired, haunted by the memory of the argument that didn't happen. The language of my own silence is screaming questions you never dared to ask. It speaks of the years I spent shrinking my life so you could feel taller. The joy I filtered so it wouldn't disrupt your steady melancholy. I'm finding the courage to articulate my own pain, the heavy private grief that is so much harder than the public fight. The silence isn't peace, it's a holding pattern, a terrifying pause before I decide whether to fly or crash. I'm searching for the coordinates of my own integrity, hoping they weren't swallowed by the chaos we created. The ghost frequency, your indecision lingers, tempting me to call to confirm that you're still standing by the corner. But I refuse to be the echo's willing host. If I answer your call, I lose the tenuous grip I have on my own autonomy. The hardest lesson is learning that your confusion is not my responsibility. I'm learning to sit with the discomfort, the gnawing anxiety that comes from not having an external target for my focus. I have to look inward, acknowledge the vulnerability, the profound loneliness that is the consequence of finally choosing myself. The fear is a heavy blanket, but underneath it a small stubborn flame of resilience is starting to glow. I'm rewriting the script, replacing the code-dependent dialogue with a firm, self-contained monologue. I'm practicing saying no to the ghost and yes to the quiet, unfamiliar woman in the mirror. She is fragile, but she is real. She is the foundation I need to stop building on quicksand. The sound of my own breathing is the only rhythm I will dance to now. The language of my own silence is screaming questions you never dare to ask. It speaks of the years I spent shrinking my life so you could feel taller. The joy I felt just so it wouldn't disrupt your steady melancholy. I'm finding the courage to articulate my own pain, the heavy private grief that is so much harder than the public fight. The silence isn't peace, it's a holding pattern, a terrifying compost before I decide whether to fly or crash. I'm searching for the coordinates of my own integrity, hoping they weren't swallowed by the chaos we created. Just the silence and the light almost there. Just the silence and the light. Still.
Unstable, no nervous energy, no toxopino. Just the quiet recognition of 주도 함구원 출도 한타리. 서로의 성장을 인정하고 존중의 공간을 만드는 내용을 노래합니다. A guided narration.
We meet not as ex-lovers, but as two survivors, acknowledging the neutral territory we both were so hard to establish. But underneath the message was clear, we survived. We are standing in neutral territory, now a space defined by mutual respect, not lingering hope. It's the most honest interaction we've ever had, precisely because we asked no territory. This is the calm after the storm, the earned peace of two souls who learn to walk alone. We meet as colleagues in recovery, veterans of a war we both lost and simultaneously won. The old chemistry is gone, replaced by a deep, unwavering respect for the growth we both underwent. There are no expectations, no demands, just a quiet acknowledgement. You are strong, I am strong, and we are better apart.
I saw the light in your eyes, the confidence that came from choosing your own path. And my heart felt a genuine, uncomplicated sense of pride. No bitterness, no ownership, just pure acceptance of your freedom. The memory of the pain is now just a historical fact, useful for context, but powerless to wound. We exchanged a brief, authentic moment of clarity, a final nod to the final exchange of truth. I honored your space, your new independence, by simply being present without being intrusive. This is the mature form of love, the ability to appreciate someone's light without needing to consume it. The discipline of stillness taught me how to be present without being reactive.
We meet without the burden of what if, just the reality of what is. The greatest lesson was learning how to be truly fine on my own. The greatest victory was finding out I was enough. We walk away lighter. This is the calm after the storm, the earned peace of two souls who learn to walk alone. wonder when there are no expectations, no demands, just a quiet acknowledgement.
You are strong,
I am strong, and we are better apart.
just respect, just peace.
It's a different kind of connection, born out of urgency. We stand miles apart, but we are both watching the same self-made sunrise.
You're building your foundation, I'm navigating my new map. We don't need to hold hands to know the other is there, thriving.
The best thing we ever gave each other was this distance, a space needed for individual growth. I can finally celebrate your strength without feeling diminished by it.
And you can appreciate my light without trying to contain it. This is the shared victory. Two independent orbits, perfectly balanced, never colliding, just acknowledging the light.
Sharing the view,
We are two lighthouses on separate shores,
shining for ourselves, but the beams crossing the quiet night.
the complexity of forgiveness is over, the geometry is solved. Our connection now is purely soulful, a recognition of the past,
A silent gratitude for the lessons, and a mutual cheer for the future. No lingering desire, no toxic chemistry, just a clean, pure air of two souls who finally learn how to truly let go. And in doing so,
finally learn how to truly care.
I look out at the horizon and I know your eyes are on the same point, searching for the same truth. This is the unburdened clarity. Realize I'm not worried about your trajectory. I trust your map, I'm not focused on what I lost.
Focused on what I'm building, in the quiet pride I feel for your resilience is the purest emotion that remains.
We exchanged the final truth and now we exchange this peaceful post-conflict connection. A bond built on shared survival, not shared dependency. We are witnesses to each other's successful reconstruction.
The quiet understanding is more valuable than the loudest promise ever was me, ever was.
We made it through the wreckage and we emerged as better, more honest versions of ourselves. Sharing the view,
We are two lighthouses on separate shores,
shining for ourselves, but the beams crossing the quiet night.
the complexity of forgiveness is over, the geometry is solved. Our connection now is purely soulful, a recognition of the past, a silent gratitude for the lessons, and a mutual cheer for the future. No lingering desire, no toxic chemistry, just a clean, pure air of two souls who finally learn how to truly let go. And in doing so, finally learn how to truly care.
Sharing the view, and the peace.
Oh, a star in the melted underground belongs in star. 잔잔하고 물결치는 듯한 신시사에 적혀와 부드러운 다운 템포 비트가 집착 없는 존재의 가벼움을 평온하게 표현합니다. Guided narration. The greatest weight I ever carried was the need to hold on. Letting go feels like learning how to float. The greatest weight I ever carried was the need to hold on. Letting go feels like learning how to float. I remember the frantic energy of trying to tether myself to something, anything, a person, a plan, a past version of happiness. The effort was exhausting, but now, after the final release, I feel the exquisite lightness of being unattached. I'm floating, not drifting. There's a crucial difference. Drifting is passive, but floating is an intentional surrender to the supporting element. I'm supported by my own foundation and my self-made joy. There's no urgent need, no desperate longing, just the gentle, easy rhythm of a life that is truly, finally free. I see the world with a curious detachment, observing the drama but no longer participating in it. The lightness of being unattached is the soul's sweet silence. No more anxious waiting, no more compulsive checking, no more weighing every word for hidden meaning. I've shed the heavy armor of expectation. I'm moving through the day with the gentle flow of water, bending around obstacles, not crashing into them. I have no anchors to the past, only sails for the future, catching the wind of pure, unadulterated possibility. The serenity is not a lack of feeling, it is the ultimate, powerful feeling of being completely whole on my own. My energy is no longer transactional. I give freely without expecting returns, and I receive openly without feeling debt. This is the mature form of connection, one that honors and depends above else. I think of the shared view, and I know that the greatest love we found was the love of our own respective freedom. The art of unlearning has paid off. The old patterns of possessiveness are gone. I am a clean slate written in the beautiful flowing script of self-trust. The quiet hum in the background is the sound of my own internal peace, engine running smoothly. This isn't about isolation, it's about boundless connection to everything except attachment. I feel more connected to the world, to the air, to the sheer privilege of existence. Now that I am not desperately clinging to a single finite source of happiness, the universe opened up when I finally opened my hand. The lightness of being unattached is the soul's sweet silence. No more anxious waiting, no more compulsive checking, no more weighing every word for hidden meaning. I've shed the heavy armor of expectation. I'm moving through the day with the gentle flow of water, bending around obstacles, not crashing into them. I have no anchors to the past, only sails for the future, catching the wind of pure, unadulterated possibility. The serenity is not a lack of feeling, it is the ultimate, powerful feeling of being completely whole on my own. Just floating, effortlessly, finally free. Just floating, effortlessly, finally free.
Reminiscence is a destination. It's a complicated calculation of distance to take.
We are parallel lines now, running side by side, never converging again, but acknowledging the same direction. It's the most tentative kind of peace, a fragile struck built on transparency and the quiet understanding that the old intensity would destroy us both. We are finally drawing the lines of our new old bounds, yet too soon.
I'm here not to grant pardon, but to accept that you gave yourself. That act of brutal honesty was your atonement. Now not mine, my forgiveness is a destination. It's a complicated calculation of distance and time. You achieved your breakthrough and I faced a reckoning.
This space between us isn't empty, it's filled with the history we both survived. Forgiveness isn't as simple, instantaneous.
Poof. I always imagined it's a slow subtraction, taking away the resentment, the bitterness, the silent anger.
It's a calculation that needs precision. I'm offering the truth of my shame.
You're offering the possibility of a future where the shame doesn't define the present. It's a daily cleanse where more poise than passion.
And then we fail, and we find a new common denominator, a new language that doesn't rely on the old dictionary of hurt. We have to learn to communicate through clarity, not through coded despair. It's hard work, this quiet reconstruction, but the alternative is eternal wreckage. Eternal wreckage.
The geometry of forgiveness is complex. The triangulation of past, present, and the path we choose not to take. We are
Parallel lines now,
running side by side, never converging again, but acknowledging the same direction. It's the most tentative kind of peace, a fragile struck built on transparency and the quiet understanding that the old intensity would destroy us both. We are finally drawing the lines of our new boundaries, making sure the old angles of attack are obsolete. Making sure the old angles of attack are obsolete. The geometry of forgiveness is complex. A triangulation of past, present, and the path we choose not to take. We are parallel lines now, running side by side, never converging again, but acknowledging the same direction. It's the most tentative kind of peace. It's the most tentative kind of peace.
just parallel
And finally peaceful. Just parallel. And finally peaceful.
Yeah. We're meeting at the midpoint now, the perfect geometric center of our separate journeys. We established the necessary distance. You achieved your breakthrough and I faced the reckoning. The space between us isn't empty, it's filled with the history we both survived. Forgiveness isn't the simple, instantaneous.
Forgiveness isn't a destination, it's a complicated calculation of distance and time.
Forgiveness isn't a destination, it's a complicated calculation of distance and time.
We're meeting at the midpoint now, the perfect geometric center of our separate journeys. We established the necessary distance. You achieved your breakthrough and I faced the reckoning.
The space between us isn't empty, it's filled with the history we both survived. Forgiveness isn't the simple, instantaneous.
I always imagine it's a slow subtraction, taking away the resentment, the bitterness, the silent anger.
It's a calculation
that needs precision. I'm offering the truth,
but my shame.
you're offering the possibility
Of a future where the shame doesn't define the present. It's a delicate balance, acquiring more poise than passion.
Geometry of forgiveness is complex, a triangulation of past, present, and the path we choose not to take. We are parallel lines now, running side by side, never converging again, but acknowledging the same direction. It's the most tentative kind of peace, a fragile structure built on transparency and the quiet understanding that the old intensity would destroy us both. We are finally drawing the lines of our new boundaries, making sure the old angles of attack are obsolete.
I'm here not to grant pardon, but to accept the apology you gave yourself. That act of brutal honesty was your atonement, not mine. My forgiveness is a personal process. It's me deciding to free myself from the bitterness I carry, not me releasing you from your debt. The pain is a scar now, not an open wound, and the scar serves as a reminder, a constant teacher. We can share the space without sharing the blame. We can talk about the past without falling back into the gravitational pull of the argument.
It's a miracle of emotional engineering, this careful, controlled interaction.
Ooh. Can we find a new common denominator, new language that doesn't rely on the old dictionary of hurt? We have to learn to communicate through clarity, not through coded despair.
Coded despair. Yeah. It's hard work, this quiet reconstruction, but the alternative is eternal wreckage.
Solution to forgiveness is complex, a triangulation of past, present, and the path we choose not to take. We are parallel lines now, running side by side, never converging again, but acknowledging the same direction is the most tentative kind of peace, a fragile structure built on transparency. Just parallel and finally peaceful.
Just parallel
and finally peaceful.
The end of a story is always a new beginning. We finally stand here unburdened, facing the infinite horizon.
We made it in.
The older to play just rhythm dance skills from the possibility they go. Closer 타야 코스를 밟아 시작과 무한한 가능성을 선언하며 2시간에서 쌀을 마무리합니다.
The end of the story is always a new beginning. We finally stand here unburdened, facing the infinite horizon.
The end of the range, always a new beginning. We finally stand here unburdened, facing the infinite horizon. We stand at the edge of the horizon, unburdened by history, unlimited by fear.
The silence of the soul is now the sound of possibility.
We are the self-made sunrise,
Lighting our own way forward, free to fly, free to fly, and free to fail.
this is the victory of the soul. Not finding a destination, but knowing the journey is boundless.
I feel the lightness of being unattached. The magnificent clarity of zero. Need my independence is my strength, and your stillness is yours. We stand here shoulder to shoulder, not as lovers, but as witnesses to the powerful miracle of self-reconstruction. This isn't the end of our story, it's the prologue to the rest of our lives.
Separate whole and exponentially powerful. The horizon stretches out and is dazzling, full of new people, new challenges, new triumphs. We exchange a final, perfect, respectful smile, a nod to the shared hell we survive, and the separate heaven we are entering.
I'm taking the first step into the unknown. I'm already flying on my new map. No looking back, no hesitation, just pure, limitless momentum. The future is wide open.
We stand at the infinite horizon, unburdened by history, unlimited by fear.
The silence of the soul is now the sound of possibility.
We are the self-made sunrise,
Lighting our own way forward, free to fly and free to play.
free to fail.
This is the
Victory of the soul, not finding a destination,
edge of the known world, the place where the pain stops and the possibilities begin. The air here is clean, filtered by the truth of every song we sang. I took the inventory, you curated the joy, and we both accepted the final release. There is no more past to fix, only a future to build. I look at you and I see a fellow survivor, a mirror reflecting a hard-won peace. We earned this vantage point, this magnificent view of the infinite horizon. It's a canvas of pure potential, and the only rule is draw your own map.
We stand at the infinite horizon, unburdened by history, unlimited by fear. The silence of the soul is now the sound of possibility.
We are the self-made sunrise, lighting our own way forward, free to fly and free to fail.
This is a victory of the soul.
Not finding a destination, but knowing the journey is boundless.
We are the evidence that wreckage can become a foundation.
Go! Live! Love! Be!
I feel the lightness of being unattached, the magnificent clarity of zero need. My independence is my strength, and your stillness and skills. We stand here, shoulder to shoulder, not as lovers, but as witnesses to the powerful miracle of self-reconstruction. This isn't the end of our story, it's the prologue to the rest of our lives.
Separate whole and exponentially powerful. The horizon stretches out and it's dazzling, full of new people, new challenges, new triumphs. We exchange a final perfect, respectful smile, a nod to the shared hell we survive, in a separate heaven we are entering.
I'm taking the first step into the unknown.
I'm already flying on my new map.
No looking back, no hesitation.
Just pure, limitless momentum. The future is wide open.
We stand at the infinite horizon, unburdened by history, unlimited by fear. The silence of the soul is now the sound of possibility.
We are the self-made sunrise, lighting our own way forward, free to fly and free to fail.
This is a victory of the soul.
Not finding a destination, but knowing the journey is boundless.
We are the evidence that wreckage can become a foundation.
Go! Live! Love! Be!
We stand at the infinite horizon. We stand at the infinite horizon, burdened by history, unlimited by fear. The silence of the soul is now the sound of possibility.
We are the self-made sunrise, lighting our own way forward, free to fly and free to fail.
This is a victory of the soul. Not finding constellation. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, you're not alone.
Hey, 새윈 겸허한 싸우갈비 강력한 드럼 비트와 고음의 보컬 긴장감 넘치는 스트링 사운드가 서로에게 던지는 마지막 진실을 표현합니다. Guided narration, we agree to one last exchange of truth.
No sugarcoating, no apologies, just the raw necessary honesty before the end.
We agreed to one last exchange of truth.
Oh, no sugarcoating, no apologies, just the raw, necessary honesty before the end. Yeah, yeah. No sugarcoating, no apologies, just the raw, necessary honesty before the end. I came here not to fix it, but to acknowledge the wreckage. Look around, this isn't love, it's a crime scene of unspoken resentment. We were so busy playing the part of the devoted couple that we gotta check if we actually liked each other. The question isn't whether we had chemistry, it's whether we had sanity. Answer brutally is no, I was the master of the steed before the end.
we called us. Tell me you're relieved, tell me you're terrified. Tell me the future is lighter without the weight of my expectation. I need the brutal honesty to survive the silence. Say it, we go. And thank God we did before we consumed each other entirely.
Your indecision wasn't confusion, it was cruelty. You kept me in orbit around your ego. Afraid to let me fly because my altitude would remind you of your own limits. But I'm taking back my wings. I'm taking back the energy I poured into keeping your fragile confidence afloat. I deserve passion, not pity. I deserved honesty, not the echo. The worst part wasn't the fighting, it was the quiet surrender. The years I spent accepting the bare minimum because I was afraid of the maximum freedom. I'm not asking for your apology, I'm declaring my independence.
You're right, I was terrified of the freedom, afraid of the silence, afraid that without your chaos I was nothing. My biggest fear was being exposed as the architect of my own unhappiness. Thank you for tearing down the facade. Thank you for demanding this final terrifying truth. I release you now with resentment, but with the painful recognition that your light deserves a sky. I can offer. Don't you dare whisper now. Say the truth at the top of your lungs so the echo finally dies. This is not a negotiation, it's a necessary execution of the lie we called us. Tell me you're relieved, tell me you're terrified. Tell me the future is lighter without the weight of my expectation. I need the brutal honesty to survive the silence. Say it, we felt it. And thank God we did before we consumed each other entirely.
I came here not to demand more, but to offer the final piece of my peace. I've unlearned the anger. 두고 고래를 입대어 마지막 앞 진실의 교환하니 이끌어내면서 사이 전환점을 만듭니다. I see the change in your eyes, a heavy coat of denial finally slip.
That's all I needed. I don't need you to fix it. I just needed you to see it. Our shared history is a lie, just a fact, no longer a weapon.
This final exchange of truth is the real goodbye, not the one we shouted under the rain. I confirm the cause of my mistake. I accept the solitude.
I release the resentment. I reclaim my journey. We are unburdened now, lighter than we have been in years. Finally free from the heavy gravity of the earth.
Finally free. We can finally free. Oh, we are finally free.
I'm here to confirm the debt and the acceptance. The ledger is closed, the emotional bankruptcy is filed. Your strength, the power in your voice. It wasn't a judgment on me, it was a blueprint for my own necessary survival. I can finally wish you well, genuinely, without the toxic undertone of hoping you fail, so I can feel less alone. I'm embracing the distance that allows you to fly. This is my last act of love, the honest recognition that my presence hinders your altitude. The truth is simple, pure and necessary. I love your freedom more than I love the idea of possessing you.
Thank you for the honesty, it closes the circle close.
Thank you for the lesson to save my life.
No more shared trauma.
Just separate,
This silence is the sound of total peace.
This final exchange of truth is the real goodbye, not the one we shouted under the rain. I confirm the cause of my mistake. I accept the solitude.
I release the resentment. I reclaim my journey. We are unburdened now, lighter than we have been in years. Finally free from the heavy gravity of the earth.
We are finally free. We are finally free. We are finally free. Free at last.
Calm, peace.
Who must stop the light to break through the clouds. I learned how to be the sun. I used to dread the morning, the light exposing the mess of the night. I stopped waiting for the light to be for. But now, every sunrise is an invitation, a clean slate, a celebration. I didn't wait for a grand event, a new love or a promotion to feel joy. I manufactured it myself. This is the self-made sunrise, powered by the pure energy of my own resilience. I'm done with the dark aesthetic of tragedy. My mood board is bright, bold, and full of impossible colors. I'm walking with purpose now. Every step a declaration of my new map, my new self-belief. The lightness I feel is intoxicating, the kind of pure, unadulterated optimism that comes only after facing the absolute worst and walking away stronger. Oh wait, this is the self-made sunrise, burning away the residual shadows of the past. I'm the light source, the energy, the driving force of my own narrative. The beat is loud because my heart is finally singing, fully open, fully invested in the now. I don't need validation from neutral territory. My worth is internally verified. I'm trading the complicated geometry of survival for the simple straight line of joy. I'm ready for the impossible, ready for the adventure, ready to be fully unapologetically bright. Deep reflection, the reckoning, the loss, they are just footnotes now. They are the context, not the content. They taught me the discipline required to protect this light. I'm investing in my future, in my craft, in the pure, simple pleasure of existence. I'm embracing the unknown, knowing that the most exciting stories are the ones I write myself. The universe is a reflection of my inner state, and since my inner state is radiant, the world outside is responding in kind. I'm living proof that you can choose to be the sun, even after the longest night. This isn't just happiness, it's a sovereignty. It's the feeling of total control over my own emotional landscape. I'm not dependent on anyone's presence or absence. I am whole, contained, and radiating the kind of infectious joy that only comes from knowing I rescued myself. I am the hero, the heroine, and the triumphant soundtrack, all in one. This is a self-made sunrise, burning away the residual shadows of the past. I'm the light source, the energy, the driving force of my own narrative. The beat is loud because my heart is finally singing, fully open, fully invested in the now. I don't need validation from neutral territory. My worth is internally verified. I'm trading the complicated geometry of survival for the simple straight line of joy. I'm ready for the impossible, ready for the adventure, ready to be fully unapologetically bright. It's all mine. And it's all mine. I'm excited. I'm meant how to be the sun. I used to dread the morning, the light exposing the mess of the night. I stopped waiting for the light to be full, but now every sunrise is an invitation, a clean slate, a stolen bread to earn an event, a new love or a promotion to feel joy. I manufactured it myself. This is a self-made sunrise, powered by the pure energy of my own resilience. I'm done with the dark aesthetic of tragedy. My mood board is bright, bold, and full of impossible colors. I'm walking with purpose now. Every step a declaration of my new map. Oh, minus self-belief, the lightness I feel is intoxicating, the kind of pure, unadulterated optimism that comes only after facing the absolute worst and walking away stronger. This is the self-made sunrise, burning away the residual shadows of the past. I'm the light source, the energy, the driving force of my own narrative. The beat is loud because my heart is finally singing, fully open, full invested in the now. I don't need validation from neutral territory. My worth is internally verified. I'm trading the complicated geometry of survival for the simple straight line of joy. I'm ready for the impossible, ready for the adventure, ready to be fully unapologetically bright. The old memories, the deep reflection, the reckoning, the lost, they are just footnotes now. They are the context, not the content. They taught me the discipline required to protect this light. I'm investing in my future, in my craft, in the pure, simple pleasure of existence. I'm embracing the unknown, knowing that the most exciting stories are the ones I write myself. The universe is a reflection of my inner state, and since my inner state is radiant, the world outside is responding in kind. I'm living proof that you can choose to be the sun, even after the longest night. This isn't just happiness, it's a sovereignty. It's the feeling of total control over my own emotional landscape. I'm not dependent on anyone's presence or absence. I am whole, contained, and radiating the kind of infectious joy that only comes from knowing I rescued myself. I am the hero, the heroine, and the triumphant soundtrack all in one. This is the self-made sunrise, burning away the residual shadows of the past. I'm the light source, the energy, the driving force of my own narrative. The beat is loud because my heart is finally singing, fully open, fully invested in the now. I don't need validation from neutral territory. My worth is internally verified. I'm trading the complicated geometry of survival for the simple straight line of joy. I'm ready for the impossible, ready for the adventure, ready to be fully unapologetically bright.